Alright.
What the fuck is that? Jesus. I didn't even notice that.
Well, Hooks, we're here at the end. Finally.
We have traced the way of the house husband.
Have we actually ever seen him do actual calligraphy in, like, the show besides, like, in the, switching scenes?
I don't remember.
I don't think we have.
I don't remember.
Yeah, besides OP and switching scene, I don't think we did. Yeah, at all.
But yeah, so on the topic of recommendations, I do have some stuff that I think fits both tonally and even setting-wise. So I think we've already mentioned a couple, like Great Teacher Onizuka, Gokusen. I think both of those would be like a really good place to go from here. I personally think that if you're willing to read a manga, Torigakari ni 1 Point Advice would also be a really good option. And then based on the way that this is done, like the shortness of episodes, kind of like the content of it, I'd also recommend Isekai Izakaya Nobu. Personally, like I feel like those all kind of like jive with me in my head.
Yeah.
Ignoring any sarcastic comments I could make about the animation style, where I would probably immediately jump to here would be what's it called? We watched it on the channel. Psyche K. Similar, like it's got that mundane life chopped up into things, but kind of brought to the absurd.
Sakamoto desu ka?
See, I haven't watched it one all the way through, so I don't have much to. That's why it didn't jump out in my head.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up Fate. Cause
really?
Cooking with Anya.
Yeah.
It wasn't me this time, guys.
To be fair, Carnival Phantasm.
That's
I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna recommend Carnival Phantasm for anything I find funny. So just accept it and move on.
Okay.
Actually, that's the weird thing. I didn't find that funny.
You know what I could recommend also? We watched this on the channel way back in season 1. I think it was the second thing we ever watched. But Fudanshi Koko Seikatsu, High School Life of a Fudanshi.
Yeah.
That had a similar vibe at a lot of times, but much shorter, obviously, and with actual animation. Yeah. So do we have any tangents we want to touch on? I'm gonna be honest. So this has a live action drama and I think a movie. It's one or the other, but it has a live action adaptation. And
I gotta wonder how that movie would play. For me, it feels like it almost had like the plot structure of Saint Young Men.
Right, it's like you would think.
Like I can see a live action drama. You'd probably try to connect a lot more of this stuff.
So it is 10 episodes. The original originally it was a 10 episode show. And then I think a second season came out.
5 more episodes.
Yeah, and then it also has a live action film, which is, I'm not sure if it's, I think it's out. Yeah, live action film. I haven't seen the film. I have seen the drama.
I've seen one other show in the same style as this.
What?
You ever watch those old Marvel cartoons, like the oldest ones?
No.
Oh, it's the one where that Captain America throws his mighty shield song comes from, and all those like cheesy superhero songs.
I don't know the show.
They basically adapt old Marvel comics in an abridged way, but it's all stills. Like every single one is a still, just voices over it. It's barely animated.
Oh yeah, like do you guys remember that scene where he brought his wife with him to like all his shopping?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, how many people were these, like, old associates of his Yakuza life right there? Because that was maybe quite a bit for a shopping center right there that I think is supposedly very close to them, because that's how Japanese people are. They go to a shopping center very close to them. Like, how many of these guys are helpers of the Yakuza?
Well, you never know. That's for them to know and us to find out someday.
Look, you find out you're not in a good place.
Yeah.
Hello, please.
Mr. Policeman, sir. Mr. Policeman, sir.
I think I've run afoul of organized crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
I think that's it. Do you want to talk about what we
Yeah,
watched?
so I don't know what happened to the scheduling, like in actuality, but I know that we already technically pulled what we're watching next, and we've actually already watched it, and so we're going to be filming it immediately after this. But it wasn't even a pull; it was my choice.
Yeah.
And my set choice this time was Fairy Tale, Oración Seis arc. It comes directly after the last arc we watched, and it's directly before Edalus.
I believe we discussed it when we pulled Way of the Househusband originally, too.
Yeah, I think we discussed it then. So we're not gonna discuss it again here. We're just gonna, head out, leave you guys to it, and get into it in the episodes that'll come out next week. Since we're kind of already, I think we already discussed it, so.
Yeah, we're just kind of hitting the bottom of the barrel of discussion on this particular anime.
To be fair, it is the fifth submission of Fairy Tail, the fourth or fifth. I have put in Fairy Tail a lot now. So.
Yes, yeah.
I was just talking about the Way the Househusband here. We're kind of at the bottom of the barrel of our topics.
I was talking about Fairy Tail.
I mean, both of them pretty much.
Yeah.
There's always a chance we have more to say on Fairy Tail than usual.
That's very true. That's very true.
Possibly, yeah.
It's basically, at Fairy Tail, we're at the point where we're just doing arc reviews at this point.
Yes.
Which isn't a bad thing. So we will head out, and we'll be back with you next week. Like, comment, subscribe.
Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening. Goodbye, everybody.
Stall it.